Hello everyone, I am James. Welcome to my channel, Jimmy Wren Reacts. Today we are going to be watching a film, Barry Lyndon, from 1975. It's a film directed by Stanley Kubrick, and it's our Patreon pick of the month. A big shout out to JM63. If you're out there, thanks for this pick. It's a Stanley Kubrick film that I have not seen, nor have I heard much about. I don't know much about this movie at all, actually. I have watched some other Stanley Kubrick films. I've watched The Shining, I've watched Full Metal Jacket, and I've watched Eyes Wide Shut. I haven't watched some of his other more acclaimed films, such as 2001 A Space Odyssey. I haven't watched A Clockwork Orange, nor have I seen Dr. Strangelove. I am going into this movie totally blind. I don't know much about the characters. I don't know much about the plot. I do know that it's a little bit longer. It runs right under 3 hours, I think 2 hours and 54 minutes, but that's fine. I'm looking forward to watching this, and I'm very excited to share this reaction with you all. Speaking of Patreon, if you want to see the full-length reaction, go over to my Patreon and see all of my films and TV shows full length and watch along with me. And if you like this video, if you like this kind of content, please give me a like or a subscribe or comment. It'll really help me out. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. I don't know anything about this film. I don't know anything about the plot or the characters, so I'm going in totally blind. Starring Ryan O'Neal. I don't think I've seen much of Ryan O'Neal. Barry Lyndon. By what means Redmond Barry acquired the style and title of Barry Lyndon? Okay. Redmond Barry. Okay. Part 1.
Gentlemen,
Barry's father, and there is no doubt he would have made an eminent figure in his profession, had he not been killed in a duel.
Got him. That was his father? Wow.
Barry's mother, after her husband's death, lived in such a way as to defy slander. Many a man who had been smitten by the charms of the spinster now renewed his offers to the widow, but she refused all proposals of marriage, declaring that she lived now for her son only.
Okay. So he grew up with a widow, single mother. I mean, this looks like 1700s? Just, I'm guessing with the costumes. I think that's Ryan O'Neal, right? I'm just guessing from the cover of the movie poster.
First love.
First
What
love.
a change it makes in a lad.
Killarney. Now, what shall it be? Turn around and face the wall.
Whoa.
The object of Barry's attention, and the cause of all his early troubles, was his cousin, Nora Brady by name.
Nora Brady. Wow, what's she doing?
I have taken the ribbon from around my neck and hidden it somewhere on my person. If you find it, you can have it. You are free to look for it any way you will, and I will think very little of you if you do not find it.
Okay. That's his cousin? They're cousins? Okay. He's gonna get it out with his teeth, isn't he? He looks a little shy, though. Oh my goodness. What in the Game of Thrones?
I cannot find it.
Oh, okay, he doesn't want to.
You haven't looked properly.
Okay. He can't do it?
I cannot find it.
He knows what she wants. He just can't. He doesn't want to go there?
I'll give you a hint.
Okay, just gonna put your hand there. Alright. Oh man, that's hard to resist, I guess. Whoa.
Why are you trembling?
He's nervous.
I had the pleasure of finding the ribbon.
Okay. Wow.
You're a liar.
Okay. I mean, I have so many questions right now.
Company! Forward! March!
Okay. This is England, right? Great Britain? The British.
About this time, The United Kingdom was in a state of great excitement from the threat, generally accredited, of a French invasion. Their scarlet coats and swaggering airs filled Barry with envy.
Fear of invasion from France. Is this pre-American Revolution?
Bradytown sent a company to join the Kilwangan Regiment, of which John Quinn was the captain.
Bradytown's John Quinn.
The three kingdoms ringing with military music.
There she is. She's dancing with the officer. Still trying to figure out what's going on. Looks like this regiment is passing through this town or in this town. They're here to greet them. They're watching them display the regiment and present themselves. Wow, this dancing. Interesting. I think he likes her. Barry just has like a blank face. Is he apathetic? Like, I don't know. This music
What is the matter?
pretty good. Redmond Barry.
Nora, were you obliged to dance 5 times with Captain Quinn?
He's jealous.
He looks well in his regimentals too. If he chose to ask me to dance, how could I refuse him? And to dance with your own cousin looks as though you could find no other partner.
I have a weird relationship.
Quinn is a man, and you're only a boy. You haven't a guinea in the world.
If ever I should meet him again, you will find out who is the best man of the two.
It is mighty well of you to fight farmers' boys, but to fight an Englishman is a very different matter.
Best have your Englishman take you home.
Redmond.
Wow, he's really jealous and kind of hurt.
Resolved never to see Nora again, but such resolutions, though they may be steadfastly held for a whole week, are abandoned in a few moments of bleak despair.
Except for you and for others, I vow before all the gods, my heart has never felt the soft flame.
We bear but one flower, and then we die.
You never felt such an inclination for another?
Never, my John, but for thee. How can you ask me such a question?
I mean, it seems like she's just playing him.
Was chaperoned by her brothers, Mick and Ulrich, whose interests would be much affected by the favourable outcome of her affair with Captain Quinn.
Mick and Ulrich. This music is great. These strings are crazy. Okay, now what are you gonna do?
Redmond, nice to see you.
Okay, wow.
How could you do this to me, Nora?
In the name of heavens, what's the matter? What are you talking about?
I think this might be an opportune moment to return something to you.
Oh, in front of him?
Thank you, Redmond. I must have forgotten them somewhere.
Oh, man.
Yes, you did, Nora.
Look at this scenery, this background. I wonder where this is filmed.
The honor of introducing my cousin, Redmond Barry.
It is not the English way for ladies to have 2 lovers. And so, Mr. Brady, I'll thank you to pay me the sum you owe me, and I resign all claims to this young lady.
What business had you to come quarrelling here with a gentleman who was 1,500 a year?
So, Redmond, you kind of messed things up for them? A lot of conflict here. Okay, she's having dinner with her. Or with him, John Quinn. She's sitting right next to him. Nora is. This harp and this theme. I love this music. He's so suspicious. Why do you come in there just stare? You're just being weird, Redmond.
Take a seat.
Just silence, just staring at each other. Nora's just... She's just waiting for something to happen? I don't know. He has such a disappointed look in his face. Like, how could you kind of a look. That's his cousin, though. I mean... Alright, is he taking her somewhere?
Mrs. Brady and ladies, if you please. This is the sort of toast
that's drunk a great deal too seldom in my family. Here's to Captain and Mrs. John Quinn, and long life.
They're getting married, and they just announced it here?
Kiss her, Jack, you rogue, for faith you've got a treasure.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. It looks so awkward and weird.
Here's to a long and happy life together.
You didn't toast. Dude, you're just acting strange, man.
Here is my toast to you, Captain John Quinn.
Oh, wow. Redmond, have some social graces or something. I mean, that's your cousin, too.
The fact is, sir, the young monkey's fallen in love with Nora. He found herself and the captain mighty sweet in the garden today.
Redmond Barry of Berryville. Man.
A pretty day's work of it you've made, Master Redmond. Knowing your uncle to be distressed for money and try and break off a match which will bring 1,500 a year into the family.
Mark this, and come what will of it, I will fight the man who pretends the hand of Nora Brady. I'll have his blood or he'll have mine.
Man, he's kind of obsessed with Nora.
Will you take my message to him? Will you arrange a meeting?
Well, if it must be, it must.
What is this? Are they dueling? Are these dueling pistols? Or are they just having some practice? I'm not really sure. I wonder if this was filmed in Ireland. I have no idea. Let me know if you know in the comments. They are gonna have a duel. For the honor of Nora. He doesn't look that confident though. Captain Quinn. He looks nervous too. I mean, I'd be nervous. You can die.
Now look here, Redmond, my boy. This is a silly business. The girl will marry Quinn. Mark my words. And as sure as she does, you will forget her. You're but a boy. And Quinn is willing to consider you as such.
Is he a boy? He looks like a man, full-grown man to me. That doesn't sound very reassuring.
Now, Dublin's a fine place.
Dublin.
See the town for a month. Here's 10 guineas at your service.
Yes, if Mr. Barry will apologize and go to Dublin, I will consider the whole affair honorably settled.
Captain Quinn doesn't seem like he wants to do this duel either. He looks pretty nervous as well. Not sorry.
And I'll not apologize.
Then act. Dude, this guy's acting like a child.
I'll soon go to Dublin as to hell.
Okay. That's insulting, isn't it?
Well then. There's nothing else for it. God bless you, me boy.
This isn't one of my pistols.
It's all right, it's one of mine. Yours will serve if it's needed for the next round.
Okay, but did they fix his pistol or something? I'm very suspicious why that brought that up. Is it gonna misfire or jam? Uh-oh.
Gentlemen, cock your pistols.
This looks... the captain looks way more scared.
Aim your pistols.
Oh my gosh. I mean, he can't die right here, right? Redmond? I think he's gonna kill the captain. He looks more confident right here.
2.
Redmond does. Way more confident.
3.
He got him.
Is he dead?
Quite dead.
That's a pretty fast death. I mean, but he ruined his uncle's chances of getting that income.
And you've robbed us of 1,500 a year. Now, you'd better ride off before the police are up. They had wind of this business before we left Kilwangan.
What can you do now? Oh boy, you're just causing a lot of trouble. Try to get with your cousin? That's just insane. He doesn't look like a boy, but he's acting like a boy. He's acting like a child right now. And he's killed that British officer.
Had he not fallen in love with Nora, and had he not flung the wine in Captain Quinn's face. But he was destined to be a wanderer, and the battle with Quinn set him on his travels at a very early age.
The boy must go into hiding just for a short time anyway. I'm afraid the bailiffs may be already on the way from Kilwangan. Dublin is 5 days' ride away from here. You do know what can happen to him if he's taken.
What can happen? Killed, murdered, hung, whipped, flogged?
I'll be all right.
Seem foolish, man. This guy seems really foolish. Dublin, huh? 5 days ride away. From Barrytown to Dublin. I don't know exactly what year this is, but it seems like mid 1700s. I'm just guessing.
No lad who has liberty for the first time and 20 guineas in his pocket is very sad. And Barry rode towards Dublin and all the wonders it would bring.
Off to Dublin with 20 guineas in his pocket. I wonder how much money that is. This music, this, I think it's a pan flute or something, but music is really getting you into the mood here. Oh, shoot.
Good morning again, young sir. Get down off that horse.
Oh, man. Is he getting robbed? He is.
Raise your hands high above your head, please.
He's going to lose everything already. Wow.
Stop. And now I'm afraid we must get on to the more regrettable stage of our brief acquaintance. Turn around and keep your hands high above your head, please.
You steal all his money and his horse? This flute and this percussion. Oh, there's his money.
There must be 20 guineas in gold here, Father. That's all the money my mother had in the world. Mightn't I be allowed to keep it? I'm just one step ahead of the law myself. Killed an English officer in a duel, and I'm on my way to Dublin till things cool down.
Ah, Redmond. Just messing up left and right so far in this movie. This guy's a fool. He's a young fool. He doesn't look that young, but he's a young fool. There's got to be one hell of a comeuppance, like, throughout this movie, if he's starting here.
All clever young fellows who are free and able and are ambitious of becoming gentlemen by bearing arms are hereby invited to step up and meet the recruiting officer with complete clothing, arms and accoutrements. King George and old England forever.
Here's your chance, Redmond. Yep, he joined up. And what can you do? You have no money, you have nothing. So he's joined the British military.
The opportunity to earn distinction in the European wars seemed a great stroke of good fortune. And King George was too much in want of men to heed from whence they came.
Okay, so King George is desperate for men to populate his army. They don't really ask that many questions about where you're from, basically. Man. Well, at least he's eating and...
Can I have a new beaker? This one is full of grease.
Oh, man. This guy is naive. He's got a lot to learn, Redmond.
You afraid of getting your ears boxed?
Wow, he's really getting him.
Gentlemen, you may fight it out with fists if you choose. We'll form a square for that purpose.
He's really goading him to fight. Redmond, are you gonna do it? You talk a lot of talk.
Step this way, please.
Okay, they're gonna box?
Take your stance.
Wow, they're really gonna...
Gentlemen, commence fighting now.
Okay, he's bigger, but he's not as fast. Ooh, nice shot, Redmond. Ooh, wow. Ooh, nice combo. Dang, Redmond. That was pretty good. Get back up there. Ooh, got him right in the kidney, the ribs. Nice sound effects. Oh. Oh. This is chaotic. I mean, this is a pretty good fight scene. It really conveys the chaos, a shaky camera. No music, just shouting, clamoring. Wow. Redmond has not taken one hit. He didn't land. This guy hasn't landed one punch. Oh, yeah. He's out, man. He's out. Okay, he earned some respect. That's the way to do it. I mean, you win a fight in front of all these guys, you're gonna get some respect. You are. Wow. Okay. Is this the start of his like rise? He was kind of nothing, and then got robbed. Is like rock bottom, and then he had nothing to do. Now he's.
Barry's training continued at Dunleary Camp, and within a month, he was transformed into a tall and proper young soldier, Captain Grogan.
Captain Grogan. You recognized him. We're reunited.
It would have been better for all of us if we'd known what had become of you. Didn't you think of writing to your mother?
The shame I felt of losing all her money. My father's sword and pistols. I couldn't tell her.
You must sit down tonight and write her a proper letter and tell her that you're safe and well and married to Brown Bess.
Brown Bess.
I will.
I mean, you're giving him some decent advice.
Has something happened to Nora?
She took on so about your going away that she was obliged to console herself with a husband. She is now Mrs. John Quinn.
What?
Mrs. John Quinn.
I thought he died.
Was there another John Quinn?
No, the very same one, my boy. He recovered from his wound. The shot you hit him with was not likely to hurt him, for it was only made of tow.
Tow? That's where they fixed his pistol.
Brady's would let you kill $1,500 a year out of the family.
That's
the plan of the duel was all arranged in order to get you out of the way, for the cowardly Quinn could never be brought to marry from fear of you.
It's stacked against him anyway in from the get-go. The casting for this must have been incredible. Look at how many people are out there. Oh wow. This is a crazy way to fight. Just stand there. Oh my goodness. Just getting mowed down. Redmond, are you gonna survive? I'm assuming he does survive. Wow, right in the chest. That's gonna kill him.
I've only 100 guineas left to give you, for I lost the rest at cards last night.
Oh gosh.
Kiss me, my boy, for we'll never meet again.
Oh my goodness. He's genuinely sad, I think. Wow, he's really weeping. I mean, he seemed like a friend to him.
And after the death of his friend, Barry's thoughts turned from those of military glory to those of finding a way to escape the service, to which he was now tied for another 6 years.
6-7 years of military service that he signed up for.
But fate did not intend he should remain long an English soldier. And an accident occurred, which took him out of the service in a rather singular manner.
What happened? Is it gonna happen now? This music. The strings and the flute.
I've got something to tell you which I don't think you're going to be very happy about.
You stumble upon something here.
What is it? Well, first, you've got to promise me that you're going to keep your temper.
Are they lovers?
You're not carrying important messages and dispatches to Prince Henry.
Interesting.
Here was the opportunity to escape from the army for which he had been searching. It was only a few miles through the forest to the area occupied by their Prussian ally, where this officer's uniform and papers should allow him to travel without suspicion.
He's gonna take his place and then try to rise up with the Prussian on the Prussian side of their allies, and he's gonna impersonate him.
That I realize how much I care for you, and how
I'm surprised they didn't see him just sneaking away with the horse and everything. Okay, and then what are you gonna do with the information though? How are you gonna present it to the Prussians? I mean, they're your allies.
Barry was very glad to see the blue and white uniforms of a company of Prussian infantry, which showed him that he was out of the land occupied by his own countrymen. Barry felt once more that he was in his proper sphere. and determined never again to fall from the rank of a gentleman.
Okay, he's like, I kind of like this lifestyle. He just really wants to go home, but he's starting to feel... He's like, starting to feel this, yeah. Uh-oh. Here's a young maid, I think.
Entschuldigen Sie, Fräulein.
Ja?
Guten Tag.
German.
Guten Tag.
Sprechen Sie English?
Do you speak English?
I'm speaking little.
Is there an inn nearby where I might receive a meal?
No, I don't think so.
Is she gonna help him?
There is nothing to eat something.
Something to eat. I'd be happy to pay you.
I think so.
Is she like smitten with him? Oh, she's a baby. Whoa. Oh man, he's made his way into this house.
Is that a little boy or a little girl?
A boy.
And what's his name?
Peter.
And how old is Peter?
He is 1 year old.
And where might Peter's father be?
Uh-oh.
You mean where he is? He's in the war.
Oh. He's away. Oh man, he's gonna take advantage of the situation, isn't he?
It must be hard for you to be alone.
It is.
Oh.
It must be very dangerous for you to be in the war.
It is.
You are sometimes lonely.
She's lonely too, it seems like. this music, this harp. Jonathan. He's taking the name of that officer.
Would you like to stay with me for a few days or sometimes?
She's lonely too. This music is something else. Oh man. And the kid's right there though. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. I speak a little bit of German. I spent like 6 months there for work. So I learned enough to get by.
Auf Wiedersehen, mein Schön.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Redden.
Okay, Jonathan. Saying their goodbyes. He has a German girlfriend now.
A lady who sets her heart upon a lad in uniform must prepare to change lovers pretty quickly, or her life will be but a sad one.
Where are you headed, Redmond?
I'm Captain Pottsdorf. May I ask to whom I have the honor of speaking?
Good evening, Captain. I'm Lieutenant Fakenham, Gale's regiment of foot.
I'd be very honored if you'd allow me to offer you a meal and a bed for the night.
It's extremely kind of you, Captain. And I'd be honored to accept your invitation.
Okay. Making more connections and friends. Redmond is quickly learning how to move up. I don't know if he's moving up, but I mean, because he's impersonating somebody.
Was treated with great civility and was asked 1,000 questions about England, which he answered as best he could, inventing 1,000 stories. His host seemed quite satisfied with these stories. He led Barry on with a skillful combination of questions and flattery.
Okay, but what does this captain want? Just more connections, or is he suspicious?
Sergeant! Dieser Mann ist unter Arrest.
Oh, are they gonna take him?
You're an imposter. You're a deserter. I suspected you this morning, and your lies and folly have confirmed this to me. Now, will you join and take the bounty, sir? Or will you be given up?
Join.
I volunteer.
The Prussian service was considerably worse than the English.
Oh.
At the close of the 7 Years' War, the army, so renowned for its disciplined valor, was officered by native Prussians, but it was composed, for the most part, of men from the lowest levels of humanity. Thus, Barry fell into the very worst of courses and company.
Just when he thought it was going good for him, or going well for him, just went into this situation with the Prussian army. Oh, he's learning a lot now. Wow. I mean, he's deep in the war, fighting in all aspects. He's not avoiding it at all. I mean, he's shooting, he's in battles. Redmond Barry. I mean, does he become Barry Lyndon though? Is that who the title is referencing? Sorry. Oh. Ouch. Oh. Killed that captain, I think. It looks like that beam landed on him. Oh. Don't tell me he's gonna take his place. What an opportunist. I don't know. I mean. Oh, there he is. Can't save him. Oh, he saved him. Redmond, you're pretty strong, man. I mean, you did fight that guy and just saved this guy, lifting that beam up. Is this gonna be good karma for him? I think it is. I mean, he saved that officer. Are they giving him commendation here?
The king had expressed his satisfaction with the conduct of the regiment at the Battle of Audorf, and at the bravery of Corporal Redmond Barry in rescuing Captain Pottsdorf.
Okay. It's getting recognized.
Corporal Barry. The colonel may say I'm a ruined lad and send me to the devil, but be sure of this, I would go to the devil to serve the regiment.
Okay. All right.
Corporal Barry, Captain.
That was a decent response.
The war was soon ended, and Barry's regiment was garrisoned in the capital. He had, for some time now, ingratiated himself considerably with Captain Pottsdorf, whose confidence in him was about to bring its reward.
Okay. I mean, he saved his life.
I've spoken to the minister regarding your services, and your fortune is made. We shall get you out of the army, appoint you to the police bureau, will allow you to move in a better sphere than that which fortune has hitherto placed you.
Here it comes. What do they want?
There's lately come to Berlin a gentleman in the service of the Empress Queen of Austria, calls himself the Chevalier de Balibari. Go into his service and to find out for us whether or not he is a spy.
Minister, I'm interested in anything that can be of service to yourself and to Captain Pottsdorf.
Monsieur de Balibari. Is that what it was? Well, here he goes.
Of course, you will not know a word of English. And if the Chevalier asks as to the particularity of your accent, say you are a Hungarian. You served in the war.
Wow, look at all this spying and espionage, and it's a tangled web already.
Guten Morgen, Euer Gnaden.
Good morning. There he is. There's Redmond. Whoa.
Sein Name ist Laszlo Zilag.
Laszlo.
Jawohl, Euer Gnaden.
This guy's face looks so...
It was very imprudent of him. When Barry saw the splendor of the Chevalier's appearance, he felt it impossible to keep disguise with him.
Oh boy.
I have a confession to make to you. I'm an Irishman, and my name is Redmond Barry. I was abducted into the Prussian army 2 years ago, and now have been put into your service.
Wow.
To give information to the same quarter.
Shock. Whoa, he's getting really emotional. I wonder how long he's been there already.
The Chevalier was as much affected as Barry, for he too was an exile from home, and a friendly voice.
Okay, now what?
He goes to church regularly. He's very religious, and after hearing mass, he comes home for breakfast.
He's just outstanding citizen.
Barry presented his reports regularly at the minister's office. The details were arranged between him and the Chevalier beforehand.
So he's like a double agent now, kind of? I mean, he's going over to the other side now. There you go, they're playing cards.
It was agreed that Barry should keep his character of valet, that in the presence of strangers he should not know a word of English, and that he should keep a good lookout on the trumps when serving the champagne and punch about. He was speedily able to give his dear patron much assistance. The Prince of Turbingen
what a scam.
was a noble.
Sie schulden 15.500 Friedrich Dor.
Gonna owe a lot of money.
though I cannot say how. I believe you have cheated me.
Oh, I mean, he knows it's not, something's not right.
I deny your grace's accusation and beg you to say how you have been cheated.
If you will have your money now, you must fight for it.
Why? Are they gonna duel?
Maybe I will pay you something another time.
Redmond Barry is just in these circles of society and in the world that are so different.
Was the prince cheated?
I believe the Chevalier won the money fairly. The prince told him quite clearly that if he wished to have his money, he'd have to fight for it.
It's kind of distorting the truth.
You must tell them I intend to demand satisfaction. Make your mind easy. You shall not be left behind.
Uh-oh, I don't feel like it's gonna work out.
Has he already demanded satisfaction?
Not yet, Herr Minister. But I believe he intends to.
You've said that he takes a drive in his carriage after breakfast every day.
You gonna take him out?
Is there any reason to believe that he'll do any different tomorrow?
They're gonna take care of him.
When the Chevalier comes out to his carriage tomorrow morning, 2 officers will meet him and escort him to the frontier.
How are they gonna play this?
The next morning, the Chevalier de Balibari went out for his regular morning drive.
The Chevalier de Balibari, I think that's how you say it.
I will let down the steps for your honor.
Suspicious.
What is the meaning of this?
Please get inside, your honor.
Am I under arrest?
We are going to drive to the frontier.
To the frontier?
That's Redmond.
But I'm not going to the frontier.
His face.
I'm going to the Austrian ambassador's house.
My orders are to take your honor to the frontier by any means which may be necessary. But if you come along willingly, I am to give you this purse on behalf of the Prince of Thüringen, containing 2,000 Friedrich d'Oro.
Look how they did like the warts or moles or whatever they were on his face. That's just crazy.
All Europe shall hear of this.
He took the money though. Oh my goodness.
And under the eyes of 2 Prussian officers, Barry was escorted across the frontier into Saxony and freedom.
Okay.
The Chevalier himself had uneventfully crossed the frontier the night before.
So he served as his double or imposter or whatever. I mean, those 2 officers didn't know what he looked like, right? They didn't really know him anyway.
And began his professional work as a gamester, resolving thenceforward and forever to live the life of a gentleman. Soon there was no court in Europe where he and the Chevalier were not received, and they were speedily in the very best society.
Wow, what a scam.
Pourquoi pas la scène? Rien ne va plus.
This guy's so creepy.
Numéro 7, pardon.
His facial expressions.
Will you give me credit for 5,000 louis d'or, please?
Of course, Lord.
Wow, he's down. He's really down. He needs to borrow some money.
Maintenant, tout sur le 4.
Rien ne va plus.
The card up his sleeve. Wow, what a scam they are running.
Excuse me, Lord Lord, if you don't mind.
You gotta pay up.
But woe to the man who did not pay when the note became due. Redmond Barry was sure to wait upon him with his bill, and there were very few bad debts. It was his great skill with the sword and readiness to use it that maintained the reputation of the firm, so to speak.
En garde.
He's gonna defeat him easily, right? Redmond's gonna defeat him, I mean. I love the sound effects here, the sound design. Got him.
I will pay you today, sir.
Thus, it will be seen that their life, for all its splendor, was not without some danger and difficulty, requiring talent and determination for success.
It wasn't all luck. They had to do something to move it along. That castle in the background.
They had little to show for their labor, but some fine clothes and a few trinkets.
They didn't really have a lot left over. This music.
5 years in the army and some considerable experience of the world had by now dispelled any of those romantic notions regarding love with which Barry commenced life. And he began to have it in mind to marry a woman of fortune and condition.
Mary Rich. There she is.
With his setting first sight upon a lady who will henceforth play a considerable part in the drama of his life.
Is that her on the
Countess
left?
of Lyndon.
Ah. Lyndon. Is that Barry Lyndon? Where that comes from?
Reginald Lyndon, Knight of the Bath, and Minister to George III.
Charles Reginald Lyndon.
Wheeled about in a chair.
Ah, okay.
Gout and a myriad of diseases. Her son, the little Viscount Bullingdon. A melancholy little boy.
Lady Lyndon? Is that her? Wow, look at her. Look at her hat. Wow. And her hair. Redmond is just with the Chevalier with him for a while, seems like. Oh, she's looking at him. She stared at him for a little bit. She's interested, or she's looking at him. Redmond, he's looking back. She looks beautiful. She's kind of flirting with him with her eyes and all those looks. Interesting. This music is great. Look at her staring. There's so much in this movie where there's not much speaking, a lot of staring, looking, facial expressions, and a lot of those facial expressions are very kind of blank-like. It's about the context and the reactions and the eyes, for sure. Wow.
Samuel, I'm going outside for a breath of air.
Yes, lady, of course.
Man, look at her dress. This is a slice of society that I don't know much about. I mean, especially this time period. I know I missed a lot of things, but let me know in the comments what I might have missed so far. She must be waiting for him to come out. And look at her face. I wonder if she's thinking about, or if she's just waiting. She's breathing heavily, though. You can tell, I mean... Yeah, Redmond looks calm all the time. Even when he's like upset, looks kind of calm and he's not breathing hard or anything like that, but you can tell she's breathing hard. A lot of tension here. This music is great. I'm gonna have a hard time editing this reaction. For sure. Oh, just going for it right there. Do they even know each other? Oh, wow. I wonder what she sees in him.
To make a long story short, 6 hours after they met, her ladyship was in love.
Wow.
And once Barry got into her company, he found innumerable occasions to improve his intimacy.
Wow.
And was scarcely out of her ladyship's sight.
Redmond knows how to play the game. He's making the most out of the lot he's been given in life. Especially given where he came from. Now he's here with Lady Lyndon. High society. Seems like it's the boy who came from Barrytown. Barrytown, right? I think it's Barrytown. Now look at him. The side of the Chevalier and with Lady Lyndon now.
Good evening, Mr. Barry. Have you done with my lady?
I beg your pardon.
Come, sir. I'm a man who would rather be known as a cuckold than a fool. He wants to step into my shoes.
Charles Lyndon, he knows what's up. Oh shoot. Did he just crap himself? He just gave himself an aneurysm or something. Heart attack.
Died at Spa in the Kingdom of Belgium, the Right Honourable Sir Charles Reginald Lyndon, Knight of the Bath, Member of Parliament, and for many years, His Majesty's representative.
Wow, so he died. Oh, wow. Part 2, here we go. Containing an account of the misfortunes and disasters which befell Barry Lyndon. Okay, now he's called Barry Lyndon.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered together here in the sight of God.
Getting married? Wedding?
A year later, on the 15th of June, Redmond Barry had the honor to lead to the altar the Countess of Lyndon. The ceremony was performed by the Reverend Samuel Runt, her ladyship's chaplain.
Still haven't heard the Countess talk.
Barry had now arrived at the pitch of prosperity, and by his own
Wow,
energy
look at that view.
had raised himself to a higher sphere of society.
Yes, he did.
Having procured His Majesty's gracious permission to add the name of his lovely lady to his own.
Wow.
Thenceforth, Redmond Barry assumed the style and title of Barry Lyndon.
Barry Lyndon. Look at him. Look how far you've come, Barry Lyndon. Look at her. Look at her outfit. Look at him just smoking his pipe. She doesn't like it. I wouldn't like it either.
Redmond, would you mind not smoking for a while?
Is he not gonna care?
Redmond?
Oh, don't tell me he treats her badly.
Lady Lyndon was soon destined to occupy a place in Barry's life, not very much more important than the elegant carpets and pictures which would form the pleasant background of his existence.
Wow, that's sad. So she's just gonna be like pushed aside and be taken for granted.
You should be happy that your mother has remarried.
Not in this way.
He knows what's up, huh?
And not in such haste.
Yeah. It's only a year later.
And certainly not to this man.
He doesn't like him at all. Ooh, he knows what's
I don't
up.
think he loves my mother at all.
Hmm.
And it hurts me very much to see her make such a fool of herself.
Is that their baby? It must be.
At the end of a year, her ladyship presented Barry with a son. Brian Patrick Lyndon, they called him. Her ladyship and Barry lived, after a while, pretty separate.
He's
She
living his
preferred
life.
quiet, or to say the truth, he preferred it for her, being a great friend to a modest and tranquil behavior in woman of their little Brian, for whose sake it was fit that she should give up the pleasures and frivolities of the world.
He's playing the harpsichord. Love the harpsichord. Oh, the baby's right there. What the heck? Oh no, that's so sad. He's happy that his mother's seeing all that though. Oh no, he sees her.
Lady Lyndon tended to a melancholy and maudlin temper, and left alone by her husband, was rarely happy or in good humor.
Oh, that's sad.
Jealousy to her other complaints.
Oh.
And find rivals even among her maids.
Oh, that's one of her maids. That's terrible. She's gonna kill herself or something. She's gonna like off herself, isn't she? She looks like she's depressed. How can she just stand by and take all this?
Les cœurs, l'un par l'autre attirés, se
Did she die?
tels deux miroirs ardents s'embellissent.
She looks dead. She looks like this lighting especially makes her look very pale. I thought she was dead.
I'm sorry.
Sorry for everything, or he wants to start anew? Is he trying to repair the relationship? Barry Lyndon. This music. Love it.
Pardon me, gentlemen.
She looks different.
We're taking the children for a ride to the village. We'll be back in time for tea.
She looks not as dead and pale.
Lord Bullingdon.
Even her hair and her dress.
Take good care of your mother.
Huh. I wonder what he's up to. Is he truly...
Give your father a proper kiss.
He doesn't trust him.
Is that the way to behave to your father?
He's not his father, but I guess he has to treat him like
Lord
that.
Bullingdon, have you lost your tongue?
My father was Sir Charles Lyndon. I have not forgotten him if others have.
Ooh.
Lord Bullingdon, you have insulted your father.
Oh, the baby.
You have insulted my father.
Oh.
Excuse Lord Bullingdon and me for a few minutes. We have something to discuss in private.
The color contrast, the red, the green.
One.
Is he really giving him punishment?
Two.
He is. Ah, that's gotta hurt.
I have always been willing to live with you on terms of friendship. I've never laid a cane on the back of a lord before. But if you force me to, I shall speedily become used to the practice.
As Bullingdon grew up to be a man, his hatred for Barry assumed an intensity equaled only by his increased devotion to his mother.
Yeah, that's a weird relationship. He's really attached. He's like holding his mother's hand like that. Barry Lyndon and Lady Lyndon don't look a day older, though. This music is great. It's so different throughout the whole movie. It changes. There's not a lot of repeat of themes, musical themes, and it's different styles too as we go on.
We crept up on their fort, and I jumped over the wall first. Oh, you should have seen the look on the Frenchmen's faces. 23 rampaging he-devils. In 3 minutes, we left as many artillerymen's heads as there were cannonballs.
War stories?
Will you tell me another story?
I'll tell you another story tomorrow.
These are highly embellished stories, right? There's the family. A creepy chaplain. Oh, he looks creepy. Especially in that outfit. Something about it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Oh, look at this. Scenery. This is so picturesque.
Little Brian is a darling boy. And you live in great splendor.
His mother.
If you should die, what future would there be for my son and my grandson? Upon her death, the entire estate would go to young Bullingdon and darling Brian at the mercy of his step. You must obtain a title. I shall not rest until I see you, Lord Lyndon.
I cannot promise you how long it will take. Any gentleman with an estate and 30,000 a year should have a peerage.
The scheming that's going on here is crazy.
The striving after this peerage was one of Barry's most unlucky dealings of this time. He lavished money here and diamonds there. He bought lands at 10 times their value and purchased pictures and articles of virtu at ruinous prices. He gave repeated entertainments to those friends to his claim who, being about the royal person, were likely to advance it. Bribes were administered, and in high places too.
Wow. He's recklessly spending.
It's beautiful.
Recklessly spending money on fine art.
What, may I ask, is the price of this one?
He'll just pay anything, won't he?
If you really like it, I'm sure we can come to some arrangement.
Your Majesty, may I present Mr. Barry Lyndon?
Your Majesty. We were very fond of Sir Charles Lyndon. And how is Lady Lyndon?
She's very well, Your Majesty.
He's rising in the presence of His Majesty.
Barry was one of those born clever enough at gaining a fortune, but incapable of keeping one.
Huh.
Now he was burdened with the harassing cares and responsibilities which are the dismal adjuncts of great rank and property.
Lots of debts. Lady Lyndon's hair is amazing. The costumes in this film are amazing. So is the cinematography and the scenery, settings, the locales. It's pretty astounding, the production in this film.
You may carry on with your work.
Yes.
The two sons, half-brothers. Brian doesn't want to study. He looks about 8-ish here.
Brian, please be quiet.
Have you seen my pencil?
Oh man.
No, Brian, I haven't.
Typical 8-year-old. I don't know how old he is exactly, but typical little boy.
Brian, please stop making so much noise.
It was quiet with just that clock in the background.
Give it.
No, it isn't. It is not your pencil. This I've had this all month. Quiet.
My pencil.
Uh-oh.
What the devil is going on in here?
At this age?
2.
Oh my goodness. Oh, those are harder than when he was a little boy. Whoa.
6.
This is some crazy stuff right here.
Will that be all, Mr. Redmond Barry?
Redmond Barry. He called him Redmond Barry.
From this moment, I will submit to no further chastisement from you.
Uh-oh. Is that really gonna happen? There she is, playing the harpsichord again. She plays beautifully. I love the soundtrack, the music. Why is he walking like that? Oh, he took off his shoes. They're just disturbing the performance now. I think the older brother is just like purposely trying to annoy people, right? Barry Lyndon is just like shocked. Mother too. She stopped playing. What the heck is going on?
Don't you think he fits my shoes very well, your ladyship?
Is that some kind of symbolism or some kind of secret message?
What a pity it is I am not dead for your sake.
What?
The Lyndons would then have a worthy representative and enjoy all the benefits of the illustrious blood of the Barrys of Barryville.
Barryville.
Would they not? Mr. Redmond Barry.
He just will not acknowledge that he's his mother's husband and...
The way I love this child, my lord. Yeah. You ought to know I would have loved his elder brother, had he proved worthy of any mother's affection.
Oh.
Madam! I have borne as long as mortal could endure the ill treatment of the insolent Irish upstart whom you have taken into your bed.
In front of everybody?
His open infidelity, his shameless robberies and swindling of my property, and yours. I have decided to leave my home and never return, at least during his detested life.
Oh, wow. This is pretty crazy. This is bold. Oh. Holy crap. Is he gonna kill him right here? Oh my gosh, this is horrible. Ryan is just like, wow. He's like enjoying the spectacle. Oh, he's beating him up. Beating him. Oh my gosh. Barry Lyndon. You finally met your match, haven't you? It's unbecoming of a lord. I wonder what he's thinking about. Look at this scene. Where did they film this? This is like amazing. The locales and the locations and these places are just a spectacle.
Will anyone be joining your lordship?
No, I shall be alone. Thank you.
There's Barry Lyndon in the back. He's gonna go over and say hi. Yep. Wonder what he's gonna say.
Hello, Neville. How are you?
Ah, Barry. Hello.
Lady Lyndon and I have missed your company lately.
Well, please give my respects to Lady Lyndon.
By the way, on the 8th of next month, we're having some guests over for cards. We'd love to have you and Lady Wendover join us.
If I may, I'll write and say if I'm free or not.
I look forward to hearing from you.
No one wants to hang out with him anymore, huh? Ever since that incident, I think?
Barry could scarcely have been received with more coldness and resentment. His friends fell away from him, and a legend arose of his cruelty to his stepson.
Wow. Lord Bullington.
Now all the bills came down on him together, and which the creditors sent in with a hasty unanimity. Their amount was frightful.
Her hair. Amazing.
Now bound up in an inextricable toil of bills and debts.
Oh, man.
And Lady Lyndon's income was hampered almost irretrievably to satisfy these claims.
Wow. This music is awesome. I love this music. The score is great. When you're having a bad day, just go out fishing. Look at that little dog. So cute. That's picturesque. Look at that, though. You can be doing a lot worse things.
I saw this bird yesterday.
Looking through his picture book?
Who's that?
Mama in
Look
her
at that
coach.
painting.
Is she going to London?
Stunning, that room.
Barry had his faults, but no man could say of him that he was not a good and tender father. It is impossible to convey what high hopes he had for the boy.
Oh no.
How he indulged in 1,000 fond anticipations as to his future success.
Is something unfortunate gonna happen to Brian?
But fate had determined that he should leave none of his race behind him.
Oh, you think you're big enough for the hunt, do you?
Oh, yes, Papa. Jonathan Plunkett is only a year older than I am, and he rides with his Papa.
Look at those cattle in the back.
Well, I'll have to think about it.
Awesome.
Oh, please say yes, Papa. There's nothing I want in the whole world more than a horse.
Is that gonna be a way that brings bad fortune to Brian?
I'll accept 80 guineas, not a shilling less. 80 it'll be. Done, sir.
I feel like this is gonna be bad for Brian.
Yeah, thank you.
This lighting in this room, just that one window, looks bleak.
Did you buy the horse?
I know nothing about any horse.
But one of the boys in the stable told Nellie that you'd already bought it. Is that true?
The surprise is
Brian,
spoiled.
when is your birthday? Well, you'll just have to wait till then to find out.
Then it's true.
Brian,
Yes, Ma?
promise me you will not ride that horse except in the company of your father.
Yes, Ma. I
Oh
promise.
no, something's gonna happen
And
to
I
him.
promise.
This music, this is just impending doom, I think. Oh no, something terrible is gonna happen to him, and then Barry's gonna just lose it, I think.
I'm sorry to trouble you with this, Mr. Lyndon, but I believe Master Brian may have disobeyed your orders and stolen away to Doolan's farm.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God, what has happened here?
I noticed the lad. Suddenly the animal plunged and reared and the poor lad was thrown.
I'm sorry, Papa. You won't whip me, will you?
He looks really hurt, like he can't walk.
William, you take my horse and you ride like the devil for Dr. Broughton. You tell him whatever he's doing, he must come at once. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Oh no.
What does a doctor avail in a contest with the grim, invincible enemy? Such as came could only confirm the hopelessness of the poor child's case. He remained yet with his parents for 2 days, and a sad comfort it was to know he was in no pain.
He was like paralyzed.
Pa,
This music is
am
so
I
sad.
going to die?
Oh my gosh, this is sad.
But I can't feel anything except in my hands. Does that mean I'm already dead in part of my body?
Oh, that's so sad.
But you're going to be all right now.
His brother's the one that spread the rumor that they got the horse, right?
If
And
I
went
die,
to
will
bed.
I go to heaven?
Oh, come on. This is sad. Oh.
Of course you will, my darling.
Will you both promise me something? Promise me never to quarrel so, but to love each other so that we may meet again in heaven.
Oh, that's
Where
just...
Lyndon said quarrels and people would never go.
Oh my god. That's just sad.
We promise.
Very, very, very. I feel for her. Oh no! Oh no, not the little coffin. Oh my god. No, no. This music is making it 10 times worse. I mean, the music is incredible, but this is just sad. This is terrible.
My skin, worms destroy this body.
Poor
I shall see for myself,
Barry Lyndon
and
and
mine
Lady
eyes
Lyndon.
shall behold.
It's
We
terrible.
brought nothing into this world.
Oh, the poor mother. The poor mom. Oh, this is dark and dreary with all of the artwork. It just looks scary now. Oh my gosh. Look at all the candles. He's depressed. Carry him
Barry's
to his
grief was
quarters.
inconsolable.
Yeah.
And such solace as he could find came only from drink.
We beseech thee, look down in pity and compassion upon this thy afflicted servant.
Oh my gosh, look at her. Her face. Her eyes.
Her ladyship, always vaporish and nervous, plunged into devotion with so much fervor that you would have imagined her almost distracted at times.
Oh man, her face is just white except for her eyes that are just red. Too much debt. Look at all those notes.
In the doleful conditions which now prevailed at Castle Hackton, the entire management of the house and of the Lyndon estate fell to Mrs. Barry.
Oh, wow. I wonder what's really happening though. Is she really doing the job?
Reverend Runt, I need not tell you that the recent tragedy to this family has made the services of a tutor no longer required at Castle Hackton. I'm afraid I must ask you, with the greatest reluctance, to resign your post. I truly believe you are largely responsible for the state of mind she is in.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. I mean, he's creepy, but I don't think he meant poorly toward her.
I take my instructions only from her ladyship.
Her ladyship is in no fit mind to give instructions to anyone. And while I am in charge, you will take your instructions from me.
Mrs. Barry's terrible.
You and your son have almost succeeded in destroying a fine family fortune.
Yeah.
And what little remains for you depends on keeping her ladyship prisoner in her own house.
Yeah, they destroyed this whole family.
I know now what I must do.
Which is?
And what I shall do. Whatever be the cost.
I wonder what he's gonna do.
Is Mr. Barry Lyndon here?
Yes, my lord, he's inside.
Thank you.
They're here to hurt him or something, right? Okay. This music. This is the same music as during the funeral and when the boy was sick. When Brian was sick. It's lighting. I love how it walked into from dark into this kind of greenish light room. Everything looks so bleak and depressing. There's Barry Lyndon. It's just sad now.
The last occasion on which we met, you wantonly caused me injury and dishonor in such a manner and to such an extent as to which no gentleman can willingly suffer without demanding satisfaction, however much time intervenes.
But Barry Lyndon has won all of his duels.
I will toss a coin in the air. And again, as the offended party, it is Lord Bullingdon's choice to call the toss.
This is the end of Barry Lyndon, isn't it? Oh, brother.
What is your call, Lord Bullingdon?
Heads.
The doves in the background cooing. Lugs or pigeons, I'm not really sure.
It is heads.
He called heads. He gets the first fire.
Lord Bullingdon, will you take your ground?
Barry Lyndon looks scared this time. He looks worried.
Will you take your ground?
This scene is just crazy. Where they're doing this and all the doves flying around.
Are you ready to receive Lord Bullingdon's fire?
I don't like Lyndon's hat. Barry Lyndon's hat. What's gonna happen here?
Lord Bullingdon, cock your pistol and prepare to fire.
He looks apprehensive, scared almost, but I don't think that's. I think he's gonna do it. That was
Sir Richard, this pistol must be faulty. I must have another one.
I'm sorry, Lord Bullingdon, but you must first stand your ground and allow Mr. Lyndon his turn to fire.
You messed up.
That is correct, Lord Bullingdon. Your pistol has fired, and that counts as your shot.
Those are his pistols, too. You should know better. Oh my god. I mean, is he really gonna kill him?
Mr. Lyndon.
He's gonna kill him, isn't he?
Cock your pistol and prepare to fire.
This is his chance to get rid of him. He's sick to his stomach. Oh, that sounds terrible. Oh, I hate the sounds of vomit.
Are you ready, Lord Bullingdon?
Barry Lyndon doesn't look as scared now. He look or nervous, I mean. He didn't look scared, he looked nervous, but now he looks more sure.
1, 2.
The doves. He wants to die? He wants Bullingdon to just kill him?
I have not received satisfaction.
Maybe Barry Lyndon thought he was gonna just stop here? What the heck is gonna happen here? I have no idea how this is gonna end.
1.
Oh my god.
2.
He got him. Is he gonna
Barry was
die?
carried to an inn nearby,
Yeah.
and a surgeon was called.
He got him in the leg. And get it out.
Right, I'm nearly finished.
Okay, what did you do though? Looks like it might be still in there. Lose his leg.
I'm very sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Lyndon. I'm afraid you'll have to lose the leg. Most likely below the knee.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
The ball has completely shattered the bone below the knee and severed the artery. Unless I can amputate, there's no way that I can repair the artery and prevent further hemorrhaging.
Wow. That is grim news. That is grim news. Oh my gosh. There's no anesthesia here in this time. Lord Bullingdon did get some revenge and satisfaction.
I want you to inform Mrs. Barry of what has happened, and that in no event is she to be allowed the opportunity to see my mother or create any disturbance at the house before she leaves.
Yes, my lord.
Wow. I kind of like this though. Lord Bullingdon is the match of Barry Lyndon, and he's there with the Reverend, the chaplain, and they're gonna take everything back. Mrs. Barry needs to go. Oh, she's an evil old hag, isn't she? Is his leg gone? Yes, it is gone.
Mr. Lyndon, 500 guineas a year for life, leaving England to be stopped the instant of your return.
There it is. He's totally undone.
Utterly baffled and beaten, what was the lonely and broken-hearted man to do? He took the annuity and returned to Ireland with his mother. Sometime later, he traveled to the continent. But he appears to have resumed his former profession of a gambler. Without his former success, he never saw Lady Lyndon again.
Oh, so he went back to gambling on his 500 annuity. Okay, the chaplain's back. That's her son, Lord Bullingdon. It's crazy how they just sits there and signs everything. An annuity. Oh my gosh. 500 guineas. And she signs it. How ironic. Oh, look at her hair. It's so gray now. Color's gone all out of her. Look at him looking at it. He knows what that is. She's been like signing all these debts. And the irony is that she is paying 1, 2, Barry Lyndon. Freaking crazy, man. How things turn out. She loved him and he used her, and now she's paying him. That's crazy. It's music. And then that has all of the art that he purchased in the room, I think. I'm assuming. Look at that big one in the back. That's where he sat with his son, too. Looks so dark. Epilogue. It was in the reign of George III that the aforesaid personages lived and quarreled. Good or bad, handsome or ugly, rich or poor, they are all equal now. Yeah, they're all equal now because they're all dead. Wow. Written for the screen, produced and directed by Stanley Kubrick. Based on a novel. Wow. Okay, I've just finished the film Barry Lyndon. What a film. This film was amazing. Just the production quality of this film, outstanding. Kubrick was just ingenious and very detailed in terms of everything that he wanted to show and convey throughout the film. It was just an amazing thing to watch, that someone actually made this and directed and produced this kind of a film. It's just an amazing piece of work. The scenes, the settings, the sets, just the cinematography outdoors. I'm not sure where it was filmed, but it was beautiful. Beautiful. The costumes, I didn't know this was like a period kind of a movie. Outstanding. The hair and the makeup was such a big part of this movie. Really heavy in the beginning and the middle, but near the end, like the last act, it was just kind of a dreary tone, and that all kind of faded away and dropped off. The music was the clear star of this film to me. Anyway, it was a lot of classical pieces. Some composers I recognized, but I didn't know all of them. That was all adapted really well. The soundtrack, the music, the pieces that they used, the way that it was performed, that was just a delight. It was really amazing to hear. The acting, the faces, there wasn't a lot of facial expression. It was more about their reaction, the context in which they were acting, and in the eyes. There wasn't a lot of facial movement. Couple of scenes, anger blew up, such as when Barry Lyndon beat up Lord Bullington, like over the top emotion. He wasn't Barry Lyndon in the beginning. It didn't end in a happy ending, but his life transformation, the journey that he went through, it was just a tragedy how it all ended, and that was just sad. Their son died, and that wasn't his fault. That was tragic. Lord Bullington, he met his match with him. He was ultimately his undoing because he saw right through him from the beginning. My favorite character is definitely Barry Lyndon. I mean, I think he's a tragic figure. He's not a likable person, but in terms of his character and his character arc, I liked the character of Barry Lyndon. It was just a spectacle to watch, and see him go through various stages of his life, see him change. The visuals, again, they were amazing. Where they shot, the camera work, the cinematography, the art that was in this movie, the sets indoors, the castle, all of the different places that he traveled, the makeup, the hair, and of course the music. I would definitely listen to the soundtrack. I'm gonna probably look it up on Spotify and start listening to it again. The music was everything in terms of conveying emotion and the mood of every scene. As far as expectations go, I didn't know what to expect from this film, but I come away amazed. A big shout out to my Patreon patron, JM63, for actually choosing this film for our Patreon pick of the month. Thank you so much for recommending this and choosing this for me to watch. Overall, I really enjoyed this film. I think I would definitely recommend it to anyone. It was truly an adventure and an experience. If you like this kind of content, please give me a like or a follow or a subscribe. Head over to my Patreon where you can see full reactions to this movie along with TV and other film. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye now.